Welcome to Oak Cliff Farr 40 Black on the Marblehead to Halifax Ocean Race. It's day one. We just started 3 hours ago, so we're in it to win it now. We're following the 12 meter over here. Red's behind us, and we're hopefully going to be leading the pack from here, Marblehead, all the way to Halifax.
So we just switched to our fractional code 0. Had to go a little lower, but we don't mind that. Red is just off our starboard aft corner, and we're slowly sipping away. A couple of tenths of a knot more boat speed.
So one of the really cool things about the Marblehead Halifax race is that the start of it is like a little inshore section. So we start off sailing west and then south along the shore and then east out to Halifax. So there's all these spectators who get really excited to come out to see the start of the race, which is super exciting for all the competitors because it makes us feel like we're setting off on this big journey. We had a super exciting start on this boat. A lot of really great mark roundings, good sail changes, and made some nice moves in that first intro section, which really set us up morale-wise to just charge straight ahead into the first day.
Well, Francis just broke the bunk.
I did not. We'll discuss that later.
Well, besides that, we're doing pretty good. We're kind of in the... Well, we're definitely leading in front of Red right now, which is pretty cool. And then besides that, we have Wahoo to the north of us. And they only probably have a half mile of gauge on us, but they're about a mile and a half north of us, which, given the forecast, we both, pretty much every single model has told us not to go the rum line. Either we need to go north or south of it. So we're picking the north, and it looks like pretty much the rest of the fleet has picked north. We could do a combo mixing beef stroganoff and chicken a la king for the ultimate feast.
Do we really want to do ultimate feast on the first night though?
I don't know.
I think we should do it tomorrow night.
That's true.
I think tomorrow night we're going to be a little bit colder.
Good afternoon, I'm Alex Ellis, bow on the Farr 40 Red for this race to Halifax from Marblehead. So basically last night it was pretty much every condition you could have in sailing. At one point we were full on, at one point we were drifting, we changed gears pretty rapid throughout the night. It was a lot of sail changes. We went from the A15 to the fro, to the A15 to the fro. We're now currently under fro. Our goal for today has pretty much been to catch a boat that was a speck on the horizon at 7 a.m. It's now 12:38, and this boat is in sight. We believe it is black, still unconfirmed. Can't find them on AIS.
Hi, I'm Kat, and we're keeping boat speed up. Trimming a lot. Very patchy. 5 knots, gusting to 7. Just over halfway.
What's your next meal gonna be?
Probably biscotti.
Hi, I'm Laura Zegas. We're here on Oak Cliff Farr, going into night 2. We've been trying to find more wind. So far we've been playing with some sail changes. It's been pretty light, but we're hoping for more. We saw Red crossed us maybe late morning today. They're taking a way different route further out, so we'll see how that works for them versus what we're doing. And we're also watching out for whales. We've seen 2 or 3 spouts today. Haven't seen any broaching yet, so hopefully we'll see some whales and dolphins. Everyone's spirits are pretty good. Calm enough to get some sleep. We've been having our freeze dry and our sandwiches and having fun.
So, yesterday's icebreaker toss was extremely successful, but you see, the thing is, I'm a very humble man, and I'm not too sure if it's just beginner's luck or is it actually true skill. But I think in order to continue on the spirit of man, we have to keep on pushing the limits of what we're capable of. This is why today we're gonna try to increase the distance by 2-fold.
Thrower is gonna have to be more precise in these conditions, just due to the sheer nature of the sun. You know, it's gonna be in my eyes. We're stepping it up a bit with a little further of a toss. We're gonna go from pretty much past the mast to the stern, quite close to the helm. Yesterday's toss was successful. I think it was just due to the sheer connection between toss and thrower. So today should be a good day.
About 10:30 p.m. on our second night. We've had a lot of incidents with seaweed getting caught on the keel and the rudder. We had to back down earlier and it was like the worst. We were like just neck and neck with red, and then we watched them kind of pull away as we backed down to clear our keel. We actually used a GoPro on a stick to check and see, but it's nighttime now, so we're just going by feel. And we don't want to back down, so what we're doing is we're using this rope. It's got a series of knots tied in it. I'm gonna throw it across the bow, walk back, and then pull it across the keel, and hopefully that'll do the trick and clear any seaweed off. All right, that's some cold Atlantic water for sure. My hands are already pretty cold, but any seaweed that was on the keel should be off by now.
I've been part of Oak Cliff since 2012. I started as an acorn and then decided I didn't want to leave, so I stayed on as a sapling. I came back in 2015 and 2016 to do the Marblehead to Halifax races, as well as Newport to Bermuda in 2016. Second year I stayed on as a sapling, and then my third year I was a PR intern. And I just kind of hopped on the boat last week, and from what I heard, we're about 2/3 of the way done with the Marblehead, with the 2019 Marblehead to Halifax edition.
Drive over to school, a little bit of traffic, but not too bad. And then, hi, I'm Lillian, and I'm doing bow on the boat. Today is day 3 of the Marblehead to Halifax race. We're approximately 50 miles off of the Mark turning into the harbor. The crew's been really great. There's a really good team atmosphere here. For example, up on the bow, there's always someone who's willing to run up there and help me. Additionally, we actually have more women than men on this boat, which is really exciting because normally you don't get the chance to sail with many women at all, let alone more women than men. It's really great to see other women who are so passionate about the sport and kind of be able to prove ourselves, show how capable we are. Plus, it's just fun to have other women around, girls around to just relate to. It makes you more comfortable, and it's made the whole trip a lot more fun.
Well, it's morning now.
No kidding.
We are approaching Nova Scotia.
Well, it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Morning on Tuesday.
We had to wake up Alex here for a sail change, and then we're back to sleep. The wind was good. It was blowing about, it was between 11 knots and 12 to 13 knots, and we had a good boat speed, so pretty good.
It's final push. No more watch system, no more rest. If you need to sleep, you sleep on the rail. We just found out that Red is doing the same, so it's all hands on deck till the finish. We're gonna see if we can reel him in. Let's go check in with our boat captain, Brian Gallagher, and see how we're doing.
Watching Red's every move, seeing what angle they have to the turning mark here in about 22 miles, seeing what we can do to work around them, hopefully overcome them.
How do you feel being beaten by Brad?
I just like to thank my mom and thank my dad.
I think the worst smell on the boat was probably Nick's feet.
I think it is the worst thing you could put on pizza.
Feet that haven't seen the sun in days.
I think it's disgusting.
I actually love pineapple on pizza.
Yeah, my feet did smell pretty bad.
Pineapple by itself is way better.
Yeah, and I still have like his feet in my face.
Pineapple on pizza is not my thing. The snack I got most tired in wasn't really a snack, but it was the
Parmesan.
Peanut butter sandwiches.
The Ritz crackers.
Peanut butter pretzels.
Although it's probably one of the greatest cookies on earth, I really don't want to see Oreos for a long, long time.
actual freeze-dried food that all taste the same.
Yeah, I was eating Parmesan with a little side of freeze-dried.
I don't really eat the freeze-dried.
The sriracha. If I didn't have that, I just basically didn't want to eat it. So.
Old Bay. The most vivid memory was everything being damp all the time.
Funniest moment, I think, would be, so Alex was like talking about how he's afraid of hands, like at night, like if you're like against the or against like the lifelines, like a hand grabbing him out of the water and pulling him in. So we were sitting on it was at night, and we were sitting there, and like a couple minutes after he was talking about that, I like reached around OL, and I like kind of felt his back, and like kind of grabbed his life jacket, and he like jumped right into the middle of the boat, and he was screaming, and then Charlotte thought it was OL that did it, like making all like the nonsense going on, so they like started hitting him.
I got one for sleep deprivation. I'm sorry, Ethan. So one of my favorite moments, because we set up the radar reflector, and in the first 2 minutes it was like the first half hour it wasn't tight, so it would be spinning all the time, then stop, and then spin in the other direction. And I was sitting next to Ethan, and at some point, like, he's just staring over my shoulder at the radar reflector, and at some point I go, "But what is it? What are you watching?" And he just very slowly goes, "It spins so fast."
Coming home on black, I had to bleed the engine because we ran out of fuel. So we were just motoring along happily, and then it just cut out, and I was like, oh crap. And then we said check to make sure there's fuel in it, so we put some more fuel in. There's fuel in the Raycor filter, so what I had to do is open up the bleed screw on the secondary filter and pump the priming lever until it just shot out. And then crank the engine over, and that took care of the rest of the air in the system.
Well, with the people that were on watch with me, we were really always like 100% into it, except this one night where I slept through the watch, but like most of the time.
One of the coolest and probably most overwhelming things I ever did. Like, wild. I loved it.
Fun. I got to work with the engine. I was also doing spinnaker trim, so I helped get the boat to be black. We saw a lot of marine life, a lot of stars, really cool sunsets and sunrises.
We saw a whale on the delivery back, and that was really cool. It just like came up, like out of the water. It didn't jump. It just came up. I saw a lot of stars. It was really neat. Usually there are only like 1 or 2 girls on boat, so So it was really fun having more than that.
I thought it was cool, like just having more like a co-ed crew, just more girls that you can rely to. There, I mean, in terms of capabilities, everyone's the same, but in terms of certain problems, you can rely more to girls, which was awesome.
Yeah.
I think that the difference is that it's just two completely different things. Because going out on a Navy ship is having more of a mission to accomplish, and because I'm not a very experienced sailor, I think most of the overwhelming part just came from not knowing 100% what I was doing. But besides that, it's just a more intense experience. Just if you want to view it that way, you're closer to the water. So on a Navy ship, you have your task, you have your job, and then that's what you do. But in sailing, you are much closer to everything that happens, and a sail changes a lot more than a gas turbine does.
What I learned most is the use of technology in offshore sailing, trying to understand expedition software and timing it with being able to download the grip files.
Yeah, I would do the program again. I had a lot of fun, and a lot of fun with all the people here, and I really enjoyed it.
I really want to come back next year.
Well, I'm not an Acorn, but it was a lot of fun. So yeah, I mean, if I would not be an intern, I would come back anyway.
Yeah, I'd definitely do it again, especially next year, because Bermuda sounds a little warmer than Halifax.
I'd definitely do it again, and hopefully the great JV66 numbers comes out.
I would definitely do it again. I'd recommend it to anyone who wants to learn how to offshore sail.